Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's George, I'm the Highland Hobbyist, and this is going to be part 3 of my Dark Souls, the board game, night playthrough. I am playing still with the knight, poorly might I add. Not much has changed from the first two parts. Where we left off in part 2, I had just completed the first encounter and I managed to successfully beat it. Then we went back to the bonfire and we rested. I drew 4 cards from Blacksmith Andre and they were all terrible. I couldn't really use any of the cards that I had got with the current stats with my knight. It's kind of how this board game sometimes works. Sometimes you get, amazing gear that you just really want to work towards. Other times you get gear that's just really not for your specific character. That's just something that happened this time around, and I think where we're picking off next, because we rested at the bonfire, we're going to have to head back on into the Shattered Dungeon. It's becoming a bit of a meme at this point that the entirety of this playthrough is just going to be the Shattered Dungeon, and it actually might be. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy part 3. This is me heading back into the Shattered Dungeon to take on the first encounter and try and farm some more souls. Thanks for being here and I hope you enjoy it. Cheers! Okay, welcome back everyone. So, we are back, surprise surprise, at the Shattered Dungeon. So we are again, for the third time, taking on the Hollow Soldier and 2 Hollow Crossbowmen. We also have 2 barrels. We've got the Hollow Soldier and the 2 Crossbowmen here, and I've decided to start on the middle node at node 8. So it's going to be the Hollow Soldier's turn first, and he's just going to walk 1 up closer to me and try and attack me. So he's going to walk to here, and that's going to conclude his turn. So again, he moves 1 closer to me. He's got a range of 0, so he tries to attack me on that node that he's on. For 4, I'm 1 node away, so he cannot attack me yet. That's going to conclude his turn. Then we'll take a look at the crossbowmen next. So they have the opposite. Instead of moving 1 towards me, they move 1 away. So I'm going to move 1 of them here, and then this guy is just going to stay where he is because he's already at distance if he was to go there. I like to kind of spread them out as kind of like a flanking maneuver, make things a little harder for me. And they're going to shoot me for 3 magic damage with their fiery crossbow bolts. So I'm going to defend that with my armor. I get 1 black dice on my armor as resistance against that, and I have 0 dodge. Let's take a look and see what I can get here. Okay, I rolled a 1, so that is gonna damage me for 2. Okay, not a great start. And then the second one is going to shoot me with his crossbow bolt. Let's defend against that. Okay, I got a 2 that time, but that's still going to do 1 damage. Okay, not bad, not great, but not bad. And now it's going to be my turn. So I'm going to do exactly what I did in the last time I faced this encounter. I'm going to spend my free move to walk up here. And I'm then going to spend 1 stamina to run up to the crossbowman back here. Okay, so I then am going to spend 4 stamina to do my heavy attack with my longsword. And this is going the exact same way as the last time, I think. Apart from I'm not doing so great here as far as how my stats are looking. So if I do my heavy attack, I get a blue dice and a black dice per the heavy attack on my longsword. Okay, I got 4. I got 2 on the 2 on the black and 2 on the blue. If we look at the Hollow Crossbowman stats, So if you look at the card, they have 1 physical resistance and only 1 health. So that physical resistance is going to take this 2 down to a 1. 3 damage get through. He only has 1, which means this guy is toast. Okay, so we got the first guy down. And it is now going to be back to the enemy's turn. So we're going to go back to the hollow soldier. I know, right? Although I only have 3 health left, which isn't great. So I'm at the position now where I'm like, should I spend my Estus? I really don't want to spend the Estus. Yeah, tricky. Decisions. Let's wing it. Let's wing it. So we're gonna go back to the hollow soldier. I just got a very nice comment from Super Weasel, who said, "Can I just say the minis are beautifully painted?" So thank you so much. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. So the hollow soldier here is gonna turn around, and he's mad because he just saw his crossbow buddy take it. So he's going to walk 1 towards me, and then he's going to attack me for 4 physical. So for physical damage, I get 1 black dice on my shield and 1 blue dice on my armor. And let's see if I can roll at least a 4. That would be great. Okay, I got a 3. So I will still take 1 damage. So my health is not looking good. And that's going to conclude his turn. The hollow crossbowman is going to move 1 away. And then he's going to shoot me with his arrow, or bolt as it were. And I'm going to defend with my armor again with 1 black dice. Okay, I got a 2, but that's still going to do 1 damage to me. So I only have 1 health left, so I'm really in a bad way. So I think I'm getting deja vu. I'm pretty sure this is almost identical to how this went the first time. So it is my turn again, and I will regain 3 stamina. My decision now is whether to drink my Estus flask, which would hopefully kind of guarantee that I would be successful, but then I would be moving into the next encounter, which is going to be a harder encounter without my Estus flask. So I'm going to mix it up and play a little bit differently this time. And this will probably be a big mistake, but I'm just gonna, I know I should prioritize the crossbowman, but to get to him, I would have to spend a stamina. Actually, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be probably quite foolish, but I'm gonna try it. So between encounters, you heal the bar, your stamina and your health, but between encounters you don't regen your Estus, your super, or your lucky coin. They only regen if you rest at the bonfire, so similar to the video game. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my free move to move up to node 4. And then I'm going to spend 1 stamina to walk up to the crossbowman at node 2. And then I am going to do my light attack for 1 blue dice and really hope for a 2 here. So again, just to remind you of the stats of the crossbowman, he has 1 physical resistance, but only 1 health, so I need a 2 here. Yes. Okay, so we got a 2. So that means that he is also dead. We got him. And the nice thing about this is, it's going to be the soldier's turn, but he's not going to be able to attack me because I am too far away. So, he is going to move 1 node closer and try and attack me, but I've managed to kite him. So, that's going to conclude his turn. Then it's going to be my turn again. I'll regain 3 stamina. Whew, that was spicy for a minute. So I regain 3 stamina. I'm going to walk up to him. And then I'm going to spend 4 stamina to do a heavy attack and just try and finish him off. Okay, so 4 stamina, heavy attack, 1 black dice, 1 blue dice. Here we go. Oh yeah. So I rolled a 5. So he is super dead. And we are victorious. Let's go. Okay. So now what we have is the 2 barrels left. And I'm hoping to get some additional souls this time. Okay, still not good, but better. So we got 1 additional soul. That's going to be 3 souls in total for defeating this encounter. 2 for defeating it, 1 for the barrel. And that's just going to be the first level 1 encounter. So I think to conclude this stream, if you're watching on YouTube, it's technically I'm doing this live, and I will edit it after the fact, at least edit it into digestible chunks. But I think instead of going back to the bonfire, or do I want to go back, because I'm on 3 health. I think what I want to do is I want to go to the next encounter. I think that'd be more fun. And if I fail and don't even get to the Titanite demon, that's okay. Maybe next time I'll start with some souls and actually try and get some gear. I think that would be smarter. But yeah, please let me know in the comments how you guys start using the new rules. I might post this question up on Reddit just to ask the community as well, as far as if you're adopting the changes, the housekeeping rules in the Tomb of Giants in Painted World. You're playing solo, do you still start with 0 souls or 16 souls or somewhere in between? Did I miss a rule? I would love to know. But instead of going back to the bonfire, let's head to the next encounter. So just to remind you guys, so I'm going to put these 3 souls onto the bonfire tile. Actually, I have 1, 2, 3, I have 5 souls now, which might be nice to spend some of them for some new gear. That is tempting. What I was going to say was I could move on to the level 2 encounter and see how I could fare in that. What I'm a little worried about is if that's going to be more difficult than the level 1 encounter, and then I could lose all my souls, and then I'm going to be back to the start without having regathered those souls. So it may actually be smarter to go back to the bonfire right now and spend those souls to try and get some better gear or level up some stats. I think that's going to be the best thing to do. So yeah, we again have defeated the Shattered Dungeon for the 3rd time, second time. First time I got defeated. But yeah, I'll see you guys back at the bonfire. And thank you so much for joining me for this encounter. So I'll see you guys soon. Okay, welcome back to the bonfire. So, I will regen my health. We have, for defeating that last encounter, we gained an additional 3 souls, 2 for defeating it, 1 from the bonfire, from the barrel. So we got a total of 5 souls now. So I think what I'm going to do is rest at the bonfire again and see if we can get some better loot than what we got last time. And then hopefully upgrades maybe some stats to be able to equip some of that armor. So let's go to the stats. I'll draw 4 more cards from Blacksmith Andre, and yeah, so I would go down to 2 sparks, which isn't great. So I started at 5. I lost the first encounter, and then I beat the second encounter, but then I rested. So yeah, we're going to go down to 2 lives, which isn't great in order to get to the Titanite Demon, but I'm really hoping for some good gear here. So let's do it. We'll reduce down to 2 sparks and we'll rest at the bonfire and draw some new loot. I'll draw 4 cards from the loot deck here. Fingers crossed here. And let's take a look at what I just got. Okay, the first one is... Ooh, a Titanite Shard. Your weapons attacks gain +1 damage. This is really good. The problem that I have is none of my current equipment has any upgrade slots. So I'm going to keep that to the side because if I find a weapon or something in here, that would be cool. But, ooh, okay. Hollow Soldier Shield. Oh, it has an attack, so it has a shield bash. This weapon gains +1 damage against hollows. It requires... Oh, okay, it requires quite a lot of faith. But this is really good. That's very tempting, something to work towards. Sorry that's getting blown out with the lighter. We'll take a look at them again in a second. Third card I got is Black Iron Armor. Okay. So, when you make all node attack, reduce the stamina cost by 1. Okay. 18 and 12. So I could with 4. So I just got a question in chat which says, could you have leveled up with the starting souls? Answer is, I believe, yes, I could have if I'd rested at the bonfire. Yes. But I think the way that this run's probably going to go is I'm probably going to die before I get to the Titanite Demon. But I think this is a good learning experience for me to get familiar with the rules and playing the game and understanding all the silly things that I'm doing. But I'm trying to play as close to the core game rules as possible because I really enjoy the core game rules, but I'm probably playing the core game rules wrong also. But I think this armor, it definitely looks like I want to buy that. And then the last one is a halberd, which is got really good stats, got a good reach. But the problem again is really high faith. I would need maximum faith to use this, so that's not going to work for me. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to buy this black armor. Because I have 5 souls, which is the exact amount I need. So I'm going to spend 1 of my souls to buy this card. And then I'm going to spend 2 souls, 1, 2, to upgrade my strength to tier 1. And then I'm going to spend my last 2 souls to upgrade my faith to 15 up to tier 1. Yaps. So now I have no souls. And the rest will go to the bottom of the pile. Discarded. But I now have black iron armor. So this is really good compared to what I have on, because I roll a gold and orange dice for magic and for physical, which is really, really powerful, and it's -1. So on an orange dice, the lowest you can roll is 1, and there's 1-1. So the orange dice is basically kind of like I think it's a D6 actually. 1, 2. No, there's two. But yeah, the lowest on it is a 1, but the highest on it is a 4. So, I in combination with my shield, I think I'm going to be much tankier now. I think that was a really, really good, really good draw for me, and I'm going to put that on. I hope you guys agree. If you guys disagree, that's okay too. But and then I regain everything else, and I'm in a position again to move on to the next encounter. But yeah, I think that's gonna conclude where I'm at the bonfire here. So I got a comment in chat from Super Weasel saying that's what he would have done, or they would have done, I beg your pardon. Which is good. That makes me feel good. It makes me feel good that I'm making decisions that other people would agree with. But then I think what I'll do now is very quickly, in conclusion, I know everyone's probably sick of seeing the shattered dungeon, but while we're at the bonfire now, let's actually well, because I've rested the shattered, if we're sticking to the rules as they're written, every time you rest at the bonfire, all of the enemies respawn exactly the same as the video game, which I do understand is one of the main gripes that people have with the board game, that it becomes long-winded, grindy, but I'm having a good time, and I want to try out my new armor, so I'm actually going to head on back to the Shattered Dungeon and take on those 3 guys again and see if I can make short work of them now with my better armor on. I'm feeling confident about it, and I think it's going to be free souls. Okay, don't quote me on this. If I die poorly, don't requote free souls. But I'll see you guys over at the Shattered Dungeon in just 2 seconds. Okay, see you guys over there. Cheers. Okay, we are back at the Shattered Dungeon. Okay, we're probably sick of the sight of this board, but that's okay, because we have new armor and we're going to try it out and we're going to do much better. So again, we have 2 barrels, a hollow soldier who's going to activate first, and 2 hollow crossbowmen up here in the corner. So same as before, we're new and improved because we have our black iron armor on. I think we're going to be much tankier and we're going to do much better this time. But the hollow soldier is going to go first. He's going to head on up, and I'm going to be out of range, so that's going to conclude his turn. We're going to move on to the 2 crossbowmen. First one's going to move over here, and this one's going to stay here, and they're both going to attack me with their flaming crossbow bolts. But now, instead of 1 black dice, I get 1 orange dice -1. So I think I'm going to be much better at tanking these hits now. So let's go with the one closest to you guys. He's going to attack me. Going to shoot over his buddy's shoulder. Oh my goodness. I rolled a 1. Of course I rolled a 1. So needless to say, that hits me. I'm going to take that damage. I'm going to take that 3 damage. So I'll take that damage. 3 damage go through. Oh, dearie dear. So the second one is going to attack. And I'm going to roll my orange dice again. Okay. I got a 4 this time. -1, which goes down to 3. I take 0 damage. Tank that one. Nailed it. And then it's going to go on to my turn now. So I'm not as scared of the crossbowman now I have this better armor on. So I would normally regain stamina. It's my first turn, so I don't regain anything. But I'm gonna just I'm gonna mix it up this time and just take out the enemy that's right in front of me, which is the soldier. I'm gonna head on up. And this is probably not actually smart. But yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm feeling a little cockier now I've got better gear on. And I'm gonna spend 4 stamina. To do the heavy attack on my longsword. Which is going to be 1 blue and 1 black. So here we go. Okay, so I rolled a 3, and to remind you guys of his stats, he's only got 1 physical resistance and 1 health, so he is dead. Okay, and that's going to conclude my turn. So we're going to go back to the hollow crossbowmen now. And they are going to do what they did before. They are both going to move 1 node away and then attack me. So this one is going to move over here. And he's going to stay exactly where he is because he's already the furthest away he can get from me from where he is, because I'm right bang in the middle on this podium. So let's go with the guy closest to you guys. He's going to shoot me for 3 magic damage, and I've got my new black iron armor on again. Okay, I rolled a 3 -1, which goes to a 2. So I take 1 damage. Okay, I'm not doing great as far as my stats now. I'm kind of feeling it. But let's take the second bolt. He's going to attack me. That's going to be a 2, which goes down to a 1, which means I take 2 damage. So yeah, I'm kind of hurting. Yeah, I filled my entire bar, so I think I was a little too... I think I put too much faith in my new armor. Okay, it's going to go back to my turn now. I'll regain 3 stamina. And... oh dear. My new armor isn't as good as I was hoping it was going to be. So I'm going to move 1 up. And then I'm going to spend 1 stamina to move up to this crossbowman. And then I am going to... wow. I really want to keep my Estus flask, so I'm just going to attempt to kill him with my light attack, which is just 1 blue. So I'm really looking for a 2 or a 3 here. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to swing on this guy. Okay, I got a 2, which again, he only has 1 physical resistance and 1 health, so that goes down to a 1. And then that removes his 1 health, so he is dead. Okay. So I'm still not doing great as far as my health is concerned, but I think I can do okay here. So this crossbowman, going to be his turn. He's between 2 barrels. He can't move on to the nodes that the barrels are on. So he's as far away as he can ever get from me. So he's going to stay exactly where he is and shoot me for his 3 magical damage. I'm going to take my black armor and roll my dice. I rolled a 3, -1, goes down to a 2. Which Means I take 1 damage. But then it's my turn. So I'm going to regain 3 stamina. And I'm going to use my free walk up to this node. And then I'm going to spend 1 stamina to walk up to him again. And then I'm going to use my light attack and hope for a 2 or a 3 again with my longsword. Okay, I rolled a 2. He has 1 physical resistance, 1 health, so he also is dead. Okay, now this is my question that I had, I think, in the last time we did this encounter, which was, do barrels reset? My understanding is that they do. I think with treasure chests, you open it and then you like flip the token to the open side. I'm not sure if the barrel token, because I have the painted barrels here. I can't remember if the tokens for the barrels have a broken and a intact side. But my understanding is that the barrels would regen every time the encounter regens. If I'm wrong in my understanding of that, please let me know in the comments or in chat, and I'll amend that moving forward. But for now, I'm starving for souls, so there's 2 barrels left. So I'm going to roll 2 black dice and see if I can get some additional souls. Oh, nice! Okay, so I rolled a 3, which means I get 5 souls in total. 2 for defeating the encounter, and then an additional 3 for these barrels. So doing good. So let me just grab that those 5 souls. Just get this nice big 5 chip. And we'll pop that in the bonfire, and we will head back to the bonfire. Actually, no, we're not going to head to the bonfire. What we're going to do now is, so we are going against, I think what we're going to do next, instead of going back to the bonfire, is we're really going to test out our new black iron armor. I feel like that went okay. I still took a lot of damage. I think I should have still went for the crossbowman and not have went for the soldier. And now I know for next time. But just to remind us, we're going against the Titanite demon. Here's the Titanite demon's card. So we've just defeated. This whole time, I've only been doing the level 1 encounter. So now we have 3 level 2 encounters. Excuse me, a little burp popped out there. Must be getting nervous like Bobby Durst. So I have 3 level 2 encounters to get through. So let's draw the first level 2 encounter and see what that is. And then we'll do that next. So let's take a look at what we get. I'm just going to draw the card right here. I'll give these a little shuffle so as you guys can see me shuffling. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to draw this level 2 encounter, and it is, oh, the Sentinel's Wrath. We're going to go against 1 Sentinel. There's also going to be a gravestone and a barrel, but yeah, to go from fighting hollows to a Sentinel, this is going to be tough. But I will see you guys at the next encounter where we're going to go up against the Sentinel's Wrath. And what I should say is I have 2 sparks left at the bonfire, 5 souls on me, so I really don't want to jeopardize those 5 souls, but I think it's going to be fun to forge on instead of burning another soul before I get to the Titanite demon. But yeah, so I'll see you guys at the Sentinel's Wrath, which is going to be the next encounter. So thanks for joining for this one, and I'll see you guys at the Sentinel's Wrath. I will be right back. Hey guys, so that concludes part 3 of my Dark Souls the board game night playthrough. Yeah, true to the intro, we spent a lot of time in the, the Shattered Dungeon, uh, which is the first encounter. I think I said in part one where I was like, yeah, I really enjoyed this board game because it's grindy, kind of like the video game, and I don't mind that. I think the biggest mistake I've made in this playthrough, which I think some of the viewers and some people in the community have pointed out to me, which is glaringly obvious at this point, is I should have started the game with some souls. I know in the old rules of the game, it says if you're playing soul, you should start with 16 souls. Because I adopted the Tomb of Giants Painted World additional housekeeping rules into my playthrough, I was unsure of how many souls to start with, so I started with 0, and I think I've really kind of goosed my character as far as, if I'm having some bad rolls, and I continually try and rest at the bonfire to try and fish for more gear without, some allotment of souls to kind of have a kind of leg up to start with. It becomes quite repetitive content, for which I apologise. And I think for playthroughs that I'll do in the future, I will definitely start with an allotment of souls if I'm playing it with just one character, so as I can either upgrade some stats or fish for some new gear just to try and get through some of the earlier encounters and get to the bosses. We all want to get to the boss fights, and we're in part 3 and I'm nowhere near the Titanite demons, so go figure. But hopefully you'll stick around for part 4, which will be coming up next, and we'll be going on to our first level 2 encounter. And yeah, hopefully that'll shake up the content. We're not going to be in the Shattered Dungeon in part 4. So there's that at least. If you're not bored to tears with parts 1, 2, and 3, then just stick around for part 4, and we can see what we get in the next level 2 encounter. But if any of you guys made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. As always, if you guys have any feedback, any comments, just let me know. I'm continually trying to take on board the comments that you guys have given me so far as like tweaking my setup, the audio levels, the speed of things, and hopefully I'll be able to streamline things moving forward and just be able to make the content a little bit more enjoyable for you guys. But as always, thank you so much. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one. Take care. Cheers.